We're down here on the Texas coast in Palacios, Texas with Daniel, the seafood dude. We're doing the Michelin celebration. A bunch of our friends who got recognized by the Michelin Guide came down here. We're hanging out with the Oyster Bros today, one of the only very few oyster farms actually on the Texas coast. We're celebrating delicious, amazing Texas oysters with all of our friends. It's gonna be a great day. We got raw oysters, we got grilled oysters. All the chefs are gonna do their different versions. People from Hotel Emma, people from Hestia. We got our friend Michael Carranza from Tare. We got a mixologist from Michelin.
We've got Aaron from Southerly. We miss him. Chef Evan from LeRoy and Lewis, of course. Today's gonna be great. Looking forward to it, y'all. Get ready. We'll do a little guessing game, but how many oyster seeds or babies do you think fit in one of these cages? Just take a guess.
200.
A couple thousand? A couple thousand? 100?
About 15,000.
Okay. So
15 to 19,000.
And how long will that amount stay?
A month.
A month?
So it's like, he starts off with one bag of 15,000, then it's 2, 4, 8, 16.
Yes.
So how many, okay, now another one.
Yeah.
How many harvestable 3-inch oysters fit?
At a full size, how many do you think would fit in this bag? He got it.
200?
200. I try to keep them at 200. 250, if you want to let the oysters get bigger, you can go about 150 for like a 4-inch oyster. For a 3 to 3.25 inch oyster, you can go about 200. And then for a small cocktail oyster, you could probably push 220, 250 at like a 2 to 2.5 inch.
So each one of these floating cages, at market size, you're talking
1,200 to 1,500. This is really simple. You clean oysters, you package them, you hold them in the cold storage, and then everything else is done out on the water. So it's gonna be a good day. It's nice and flat out there, and where we're going to, it's nice and protected. So what you're gonna see today out there are just thousands of these in rows, just like how a farmer has corn, cotton, anything else. It's gonna be just like that out there. And we'll take y'all out there, show y'all a quick tour of the farm. And I got a boat out there. We might catch them coming in, or they might still be out there when we're there. And they're hauling these cages today. That's what they're doing. So all these bags is what we've harvested in the past few weeks. Just clean them up, stack them, use them again when we need them. But if y'all wanna hop on, we can hop on. Let me see what, it's a pretty low tide.
got it. That's what
So here in Palacios, we hail the most shrimp boats in the United States at a single port. Most of them are out, either in Florida, Alabama. When you'll see most of the boats tied up here, it would be June before the season opening in July. All right, y'all ready?
We're ready. Are we gonna get everybody on this boat?
So how long does it take with no seed just to lay out all this hardware and grid it? How long does it take to just set the foundation for the farm?
It takes about 6 months. We have a lot of stuff going on at the moment. Like we're harvesting, we're growing oysters, we're doing the whole shebang. So we kind of fit the building part into where it's still a major part of it. The hardest thing too, I would say, in this whole process is building a farm. It's a very tedious process to build these things.
Like Roller Coaster Tycoon?
Exactly, exactly.
Were you like wanting to farm oysters here?
So actually, I didn't even know what oyster farming was. I spent my whole life on the boats and, going shrimping. I never even knew what oyster farming was. Yeah. It's whenever Palacios started the hatchery, that's where I met Mario and Rob and those guys. And they showed me like, oh, hey, they're gonna start oyster farming in Texas. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. I don't know what that is. I went home, did some YouTube. Then it was just like, oh, I could do that. Yeah. I could do that. Yeah. And it was something that really intrigued me. And then once we started building it, I just really fell in love with it. You're working on the water, you're installing cages, and certain times of the year is better than others, but I mean, it's all pretty. It's beautiful year round.
I'm trying to imagine having my morning coffee, a breakfast taco, and then having to jump in and flip cages on a day like this.
Oh yeah, we'll jump in when it's cold. We got special wetsuits that allow us to get in the water at these temperatures, and they work pretty good. You stay warm. Your hands get cold, your feet get cold, but I mean, works pretty good. See, and the big reason why you have to flip these cages, you can see how they start getting the fouling, is what we call it, where they start changing the colors. Yeah. You want to kill that so that way it doesn't just bombard your cages with algae, your barnacles, your sea squirts, and all that can cause suffocation to the oyster and, you know, cause them to die.
Yeah, so like the cleaner the cage, the more flow, the more food.
The cleaner the cage, the more flow, the more food they got, the happier they could eat.
Happy little oysters.
Yep. See how these are nice and clean. That's what you want. Good flow, happy oysters. That's the goal, you know. So what we call this like the first crop, and what we usually do is we'll go through and service all these bags and pull all the big ones, pull all the good sizes ready to harvest, and then we put everything back really according to size, so then that way they grow together, and when we pull a bag out, there's more oysters consistently ready to harvest. You're safe.
Don't judge my shuck. Look at the tool we're using here. Have you ever shucked with a wine key? No.
Next thing you know, we're getting free wine openers. Hey, keep shucking oysters.
Your brand on them?
Yeah,
Sick.
that would be cool. What'd you think, Chef?
It's delicious.
Good,
I love the
good.
salinity.
Oh yeah, that salinity's right now is like super high. We're sitting at like 27 parts per thousand. I would say normally it's about 17 to 20. But you know, with the amount of rain we've been getting, the salinity's been really high. The water quality's been great. Here, look, I'll grab this one. Ready?
Yep. You see that density there? Very, very, very good.
We'll put some on the. See, these oysters probably need another month to 2 months to kind of fill that shape out.
The great thing about it.
Shell have that shape?
It's just the lucky kind of tumble just allowed it to.
Yeah, and then it's like humans, right? So like out of you and Daniel, who's the better looking one?
Depends on the day, I suppose.
So they're all brothers and sisters.
Yeah.
And then, you know, you just kind of have your tall ones, your fat ones, your skinny ones. I mean, that's pretty much it. What we do is once a week we come and flip everything up where they're all positioned like these cages here, let them dry out, where they get nice and pretty shells. You know, when they're ready to harvest, just come out and pull bags.
So you flip every single one of these?
Every single cage.
Once per week?
Yeah, once per week.
How long does that take?
If we start at 7 a.m., we can finish by 1 p.m. It's a lot of work, but I mean, if you want to grow a premium product, like these puppies are going to be beautiful oysters in come April. Because what you notice is when they're young, they kind of just grow. And then once they mature out, that's when they really get that cup and they really start shaping up.
Would you say that because of the way some of these are shaped, they're not matured yet? Like the way some of these are?
Yeah, so some of these, like I'll allow them to get more time on them. Like, see, this guy's a little flat in my opinion. So he just needs more time in the water to grow. And then, you know, like something like this for a cocktail size, you know, he's got a good cup on him. But I'd say the majority of these probably need another, you know, month to 2 months to really probably get another ½ inch and then really gain the weight on the cup. Yeah. But they really, they're a spectacular animal and they do everything on their own. You don't have to do nothing for them. You just got to keep their house clean.
Yeah.
You're good to go.
Yep.
There you go. Now you're an oyster farmer.
Awesome. Thank you guys. Today's been amazing so far. We're going to move into the dressed oyster service. Each one of you guys are going to be given enough oysters to serve the group. So we've already shucked all the oysters. Thanks for everyone's help. We're going to start plating everything up. We'll use the kitchen to dress everything up. And then I think we come back out here. This might be a beautiful place to just sit and kind of dress and serve. And then, then we're going to introduce each one of you on camera. Tell us kind of who you are, your restaurant, and then tell us what you're serving the group. We'll all taste. Then we'll move into the char-grilled part of the day. So we've got enough plates. We've got oysters. We'll need another tray. And then if each one of you guys, I would say just pack as many as you can on one tray, and we'll utilize that for our introductions.
This is the pickled onions that we have at the restaurant. Goes on every barbecue tray. I just put a little bit of extra red wine vinegar in there, just a little bit of sugar, and some of our 16 mashed black pepper. I feel like less is more, you know, with dressed oysters. Smoked jalapeno salsa. I know that Daniel, our friend Seafood Dude, really loves the Doña sauce from Taco Deli. This is the smoked jalapeno, pickled jalapeno version that we make from that. And there we have it. The only thing it's missing is a boatload of caviar.
I don't drive a big truck. I got to compensate another way.
Oh my God! All right, what are you guys eating?
I'm just doing. I don't know if I want oysters anymore.
Bumps?
Yeah, put your little caviar away, Michael.
How much I have in my tin? That's my whole tin right there.
Okay, we would have all had one egg.
Damn, that's a lot of fucking caviar. That's a lot of fucking caviar. Cheers. Cheers, guys. Cheers. Woo. I guess we get fist bump here. Yeah, fist bump.
I'm Evan LeRoy from LeRoy and Lewis Barbecue in Austin, Texas. These are my beautiful dressed Matagorda pearls. I've got a little pickled onion mignonette on there and some smoked jalapeno salsa.
Mayor Rivera from Southerly Fine Food and Brewing. Here we have our Matagorda pearls dressed with a hazy IPA and chartreuse foam, a jalapeno vin, and fresh dill.
I'm Paul Wenzel from Hestia in Austin, and these are Matagorda pearls, just in a habanero gochujang, a Texas citrus kosho, and then rosemary ash.
All right, guys. My name's Michael. I'm with Tare in Austin, Texas. These right here are Matagorda pearls. It's got our mango aguachile and an akazu pickled red onion.
I'm Ralph at Hotel Emma in San Antonio at supper, and this is a Matagorda Pearl with a sherry agave mignonette and some Oysters caviar.
Awesome. Well, these all look and absolutely smell delicious. I'm going to start this way.
Yeah, go for it. Caviar first.
Oh, that's insane.
Go for it, Mario.
Mario, get in there.
So what am I trying?
So it's a mango aguachile. It's got a akazu pickled red onion.
Awesome. Thank you, chef.
Thank you, chef.
You guys go ahead.
Wives, farmers' wives.
They're the reasons why we get to do what we do.
Yep.
Those two right there.
Thank you.
Shout out
I
to
love the
them.
call out. Okay, what does this one have in it?
Smoked jalapeno salsa and just a pickled onion mignonette. I want one of these first. I'm just going in.
Oh yeah, baby.
Who's my next victim?
Let's try this one.
I got to go with the pink.
Citrus
It's insane. What are you guys doing?
I've never had caviar.
I've never eaten caviar.
Should we give him a bump first, or should we let him try this? You guys want to do a little caviar? Do a bump on the skin. That's you have to experience that before you go this way.
Call him Mario, right here.
Yeah.
This one. Oh, it's really good. Yeah. That's good. I don't know what I was expecting, but
Is this anyone know? It's like habanero gochujang, Tetra citrus kojo, and rosemary ash.
So that's a sherry agave mignonette and Oysters caviar.
This is incredible. I can't wait.
Oh, that's wonderful.
All right, I'll try all of them. They're all amazing, guys.
So I'm Lauren Beckman. I'm from Restaurant Michelin in San Antonio. And here I have a tequila and rum based cocktail. There's lavender, sage, and blackberry. And then it is going to be clarified with jocoque, which is a Mexican fermented sour cream. And then on top is essentially just bubble glass. I wanted to represent the oceans that all of these oysters have come from. And so it kind of tastes like a lollipop.
Dibs.
Cheers. 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 Cheers, mate. Cheers, y'all. Cheers, Chef Ralph.
Ralph, cheers.
That is so nice. That's wonderful. That's just so perfectly balanced. And everything is like tuned. It's just,
We are one lucky group. All right, chefs. So we've got our grills nice and hot. Flames are a-flamin'. We're gonna start to work on our grilled oyster service. They're bringing some fresh shucked oysters in. We're gonna clear the space, condense, see y'all soon.
So what's the masterpieces now?
Got like a romesco sauce right here on this one. A little bit of garlic panko, chili flake that we're gonna put on once it's finished after the grill. And then Evan over here is crushing it with his oysters.
Frito pie oyster.
I couldn't tell you what else.
I don't know what else I need to say.
Friday Night Lights, you know.
Let me get a little taste out of here. That's wonderful.
And it's gonna go with this. So after it's done cooking, put one of that on top. It's a garlic panko. Panko, a little garlic dehydrated, a little chili flake.
I like how all the.
I told him that y'all were making the Frito pie oysters. He was like, stop making it up. You're making it up. I was like, I'm not making it up.
You want to pull some of these, Ralph?
Is that a Frito pie oyster?
I see your tongue.
Dude, I absolutely. I was thinking like a chori papa first. I was like, is this like a chori papa oyster? And then
Frito pie.
it's incredible.
This is the Frito pie oyster. All beef Texas style chili, no beans, shredded cheddar, a little bit of diced onion, and Fritos, and of course the Matagorda pearls.
So I have a grilled oyster with a salsa macho butter, some tequila, and then finished with an anchovy panko, chives, lemon juice, and zest.
We're grilled oyster, chorizo vinaigrette, pickled shallots, fried capers, and then fermented fennel brine.
For grilled oyster, I have a crystal hot sauce honey butter with a cornbread sauce, trout roe, paprika, and chive.
So I've got a Romanesco with teardrop, a little bit of a garlic panko. It's finished a little bit of lemon juice.
Beautiful. These look insane. All right.
I gotta start with.
Yeah, the Frito pie is
I
great.
gotta start with the closer.
I kind of know exactly what this is going to taste like, but
Dude, that is insane.
that's really damn good.
That's a Frito pie oyster. If there was a Frito pie oyster.
Yeah.
The
wow.
Frito pie oyster.
I was drunk when I told you that, Bobby. Oh my god, that's amazing.
That needs to be on the menu.
Yeah.
Another round.
Yeah.
I can't. I'm out of here. Whose was this one again?
That was Paul's.
Paul?
Chorizo vinaigrette, pickled shallots, fried capers.
That's incredible. Incredible work, everyone. And then whoever wants to kind of help, when I invited her, I was like, hey, you can do all the beef cooking for the chefs. And she was like, I'm a producer. I was like, I know, I'm just kidding. I was like, I'm just kidding. All the chefs are going to want to help.
Because I was like, no pressure, Daniel.
No, this is going to be great.
That's great. The whole experience is fantastic. I've learned so much today, and I love everybody. It's just super
I've learned so much too. It's incredible. Evan couldn't help himself.
Yeah.
He could not help himself. Look at these beautiful steaks.
I see a steak, I need to cook it.
Hi, I am JJ Barnes, and this is our Akushi beef from Redstone Akushi Cattle Company in Liberty, Texas.
Michael's going to slice the beef.
If I were to get one of these right here, shit, look at that, look at that. Oh yeah. It's that Akushi beef. I do love oysters, but at heart I'm a beef boy. Man, that would go really good with some caviar right now.
Yeah. Wish we had a brick of caviar.
You're in luck.
Just lying around.
I mean, when in Palacios.
Y'all are stupid spoiled right now.
It's like when a dog just puts their head on the table.
Can I get back?
Dude, you came through. My God. Did Evan get a caviar?
I didn't get a caviar.
Piece of beef? Here, let me get you a caviar steak.
You want an oyster with wagyu and caviar?
Oh my God, yes.
That actually works.
Yes, I'll take a, yes. The angels are singing right now.
I can hear them.
You're the birthday boy?
That is amazing.
I'm going straight to hell.
Thank you again for watching. Thanks to Daniel the Seafood Dude for having this idea, for bringing us all out here. Thank you so much to our farmers, David and Jacob. Thank you to the family, to everybody who just had us out here, for all the chefs coming, for our mixologists, for our spirits importer, to everybody coming down, do this event today. I love oysters, and I really think that we found something with the Frito pie oyster.
I had 7 of them. Yeah, today was insane. Appreciations also to Jennifer JJ Barnes from the Redstone Cattle Company for providing the Wagyu beef. I've never had a Wagyu beef on an oyster with caviar with a chicken skin chili crisp on top until today. And honestly, everything was so delicious. My palate is exploding right now. I don't know what to say, but I think we're onto something with a lot of things. And honestly, today was all about celebrating the Texas oyster mariculture industry. Big shout out to Jacob and to David with DJs and Oyster Bros. And we're doing this again, 100%.
100%.
We're doing this again.
See you then.